Namaskar. A very good morning. We have all gathered here today on this day of a very important day. We are discussing equality of women. A 50% of this world constitutes women. Why is it that we are still fighting against being as equal part? It is very important to amplify voices of girls and women worldwide. They need to be free from violence. They need to have good health care, skills. They need to be recognized as equal partners. They need to be loved, cherished, respected, and recognized as leaders of social change. Since this is also an award function, we'll start with introducing ourselves. I am Shweta Rai Talwar from Dehradun. I like to call myself a small town girl who grew wings and made it to the United Nations. This is what I call about leadership and bridging the gap. When you give of yourself and not your material possessions, do you really give? As I gave myself to all the social causes that are very close to my heart, may it be public health, of course, gender is very close to my heart, animal rights, environment, a plethora of different subjects. I have about 40 years of experience in social work, and it is my passion and not my profession. And for that, I have been awarded substantially by all leaders all over the world, including His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Empathy for the downtrodden and stigmatized surges from the bottom of my heart, and in my own small way, I have tried to make a difference. I have a lot of posts like I'm Secretary UW Asia, I am the Assistant Secretary All India Women Conference, I am part of the Committee of Graduate Women National Geneva, at least with 20 different organizations of international, national, and grassroots level. And as I said, it is being the change that you want to see. This is what I've done all my life, at starting very young. Moving towards gender equality, it is not an easy word to use, especially in a patriarchal society. To call woman the weaker sex is a libel. It is man's injustice to woman, said Mahatma Gandhi. If by strength it means moral power, the woman is immeasurably man's superior. Gender word itself, since we are introducing the topic, what does it define? It defines the social difference between males and females, while sex is the biological difference between them. The SDG 5 talks about gender equality. It talks about globalization, education. In a violence free world for women, she has to be bold and she has to demand it. She has to demand it very, very strongly. Suppression and violence and the power play between the genders sometimes oppresses, subjugates in the garb of tradition, making her almost like a beast of burden or an object of pleasure, which is highly objectionable and unacceptable totally. Violence in all its forms, such as female feticide, stoning, honor killings, genital mutilation, even the glass ceiling impinges on her rights. The basic right of a child is even questioned. The right to life is even questioned before she is allowed to born. It is totally unacceptable. We have time constraints here, so I'll just move towards the closure. Coexistence between the gender is very important as equal cherished partners in a balanced social structures. Eleanor Roosevelt said, when we unleash the power of women, we can secure the future for all. A woman is a mother, nurturer, playing different roles as she transcends from an infant to womanhood. Gender bias and gender stereotype has to be wiped off, and we can start by educating our boys towards it. We do not need the pink and the blue divide. We do not need Nirbhayas. We do not need even Malalas. What we need is equality. A gender, a million missing or a million rising are just not acceptable. because they cause so much of pain. We need love, respect, companionship, compassion, and equality. Empower women, you empower humanity. Thank you. Now I welcome the other participants to firstly just briefly introduce yourself and then speak a bit about gender equality. The first one I call on the stage is Duty Mittal. Please join.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Um, Hi, I'm Dyuti. I'm a Delhi based artist and graphic novelist. I have been working for the last 10 years as a professional. My small 3-minute talk today focuses on how I found my voice and dignity. I was right out of school when I was sexually harassed by a prominent journalist while he was clearly inebriated. Confused and shocked, I decided I was too sensitive and needed to adjust to such a culture by desensitizing myself. And I continued being approached such. His friends asked me to visit them for a project. I was asked to come to the perpetrator's house to discuss work. I was sexually attacked by the perpetrator and was voiceless in pain, confusion, and shock. I did not know how to get home or who to ask of help and did not consent or react, but the perpetrator continued laughing and manhandling me. I was too scared to call it out and confide in anyone or reveal my innocence. I thought there were two problems that perturbed my world, that of respect and that of stature. And the solution was to claim no respect, that is, be insignificant, and see and treat everyone equally. But my magnanimity was abused. Slowly, I began coming across multiple other women who claimed they were brutally raped by said man. I was told the first man was a serial misogynist too. I was sexually assaulted by other men in my circle, all of whom together are fighting a collective battle to normalize rape culture. My innocence was abused while voiceless and still searching for myself. I finally understood that my sensitivity is a gift and not a disease. I could see it, I could use it to sensitize the world rather than desensitize myself. These experiences helped me find my voice, grace, and dignity. I began speaking up. I have fought rape culture because I have fought rape culture because that is the I have fought rape culture um, and more so a battle to find my voice and dignity. My own still blame me for each of these acts and asked me to keep quiet because that is the effect patriarchy has on our society. I do not blame them. I spoke up nonetheless by standing all alone, and I finally took action against not one, but all men. My career has far from diminished. The perpetrators have each faded out of fear despite the sheer number against me, and it's clear rape isn't about strangers grabbing you in dark alleys while you are again in dark alleys. There are many subtleties to what can be defined as rape, and no, it's never a woman's fault when where where she goes if she does not consent to it as much as it is a woman's responsibility to be cautious and clear. My strength has only risen. I encourage every woman to voice herself. There is no right or wrong time, and you need not be powerful to speak up, nor need support. The voice itself equalizes even the smallest, and the truth shines. The voice has many forms, not just words. Every voice counts. Mine freed me. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Ruti. That was indeed a very, very bold speech, I would say, and from within, I feel. I'm so glad that you could take this step to voice what you felt or what you went through. This, in some way, I think is healing. It is therapeutic to speak about something that you have been through. It also helps us guard and protect our small children. And I think this has been a great step and a very bold step. Uh, on the behalf of the Women Economic Forum, I would like to give you this award for iconic women creating a better world for all. You truly deserve it. You truly are deserving of this award.
So much.
From the side of Women Economic Forum, Harbeen Arora
Thank
ma'am,
you so much.
from all of us. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And a special hug from me.
Thank you.
Great it was. Great, great. We need girls and women like you to come forward to recognize and address.
Thank you
Lots
so
of love
much.
and lots of healing from my side.
Thank you so
My soul
much.
sister, my daughter. Great.
Thank you
It's,
so much.
thank you so much for being here. Our next speaker is Rupashri Nair. Rupashri, please could you just come and introduce yourself and talk a little bit about the gender equality. Today's session is on gender equality. Is the difference between men and women, especially in patriarchy, is very, very strong. So let's see how we can come with this. What sort of solutions can we find to this? It is very important to change, I feel personally, the mindset of people and educating our youngsters, the boys, to respect women and to cherish them as equal parts of society. Like I would like to say in Hindi कि कोई भी अगर रथ है या कोई भी एक व्हीकल है तो उसके जो पहिए होते हैं दे आर इक्वली, इसी एक खराब हो जाएगा तो बैलेंस में चलेगा नहीं. So it is very important to have a balance, and so balance is also equal in society. Mankind, humanity is created by both men and women. So let's hear what you have to say. Please come forward.
Hello everyone, I'm Roopshri. I'm a senior journalist with Press Trust of India here in New Delhi. I cover several government ministries and parliament and interact with various policy makers and businessmen. That's a brief introduction. Because of the paucity of time, the topic of gender equality is very far and wide, but I would like to focus on one particular aspect that resonates with me, that is the return of women to the workforce after pregnancy and delivery. In a country like India, 24% of women are part of the workforce, many of whom drop out after their pregnancy and delivery, are unable to return to work. In a country like the US, which is considered the most liberal nation in the world, that number is 1 out of 5 women drop out after getting pregnant or after delivering their babies. Now, as a new mother, these statistics are alarming to me. Because the lesser number of women in the workforce means that they are not appropriately represented. And to narrate an incident, a friend